Heal wells. I'm living for that. And you. Give me the overall energy here as it relates to this collective for balance of year. What do we need to know at this time? Oh, damn. Okay, so there is a reflective energy at this time, okay? This is for a collective that's in a very reflective place. This is a collective that I feel like is recognizing. This is going to start off with a really heavy message. This is a collective that has recognized that if they want something in their life, they have to make it happen. No matter what that is. If you want a love that is healed, you have to do the healing work. If you want opportunities and success in your career, you got to put in the work. You got to make commitments, right? But I also feel like this is a collective that's tired. You're drained. You're depleted. You've gone through a lot. You've been through the ringer and back, and you just want to rest right now. It's like you know what you have to do. You know you kind of have to get up and start to do that. But you're just like, oh, just give me a break. Just give me a few days of like no tower moments and major awakenings and spiritual karmic lessons in my life. Like I just need a break. I just need a rest. This year has been intense. It has been intense. And it does feel like there's this level of exhaustion that's setting into this collective. And I feel that there needs to be some compassion, okay? Because sometimes we do need to take some time to rest in order to be able to give ourselves that strength, in order to be able to build upon that capacity in the future. Right now, even if you put everything into something, it feels like it would be maybe like 50% of your capacity. Maybe you wouldn't even really be able to take on what you'd like to take on because you're in the state in which you do need to just reflect and contemplate what you've experienced. And I do see that this is a collective that's learned a lot, but lessons are also tiring, right? Lessons are tiring. So I feel like right now what you need to do is you need to take some time to meditate. This is not a very dynamic energy. We're going to get into it in a minute, okay? Just stay with me. Just hold your damn horses. Attention span problems because of this app, okay? But this is true. This is a collective that needs to take a minute to rest and reflect and identify what the hell you do want moving forward. Be really clear about it. Set some new intentions. Start journaling. At minimum, create a vision board, right? Maybe you don't have to spring forth into action just yet, but start having those conversations with your guides about what you're desiring. And as you go through this process of seeing yourself in a state of complacency or seeing yourself in a state of rest, ask yourself, do I feel like I'm working towards this, even energetically working towards this, okay? What is my collective's highest energy moving forward here for the balance of this year? There are heavy releases here for this collective. Heavy releases. This is a collective. Ooh, I just got chills. This is a collective that is releasing anything that feels out of alignment with your truth. Okay? You know the truth. You know exactly what you have to do. You know exactly what you want from your life, and you know exactly what you don't want. Because what you don't want has been haunting you at night. What you don't want has been keeping you up. What you don't want has been making you feel sick. What you don't want has been giving you headaches. What you don't want has been making you feel restless, like you have to look at your phone every 2 seconds or talk to a tarot reader every 5 minutes. What you don't want is moving you out of alignment. What you do want feels peaceful. What you do want feels energetically replenishing. What you do want is truly available and possible for you. And I feel this is a collective that might even need to, when it comes to love, maybe even send a message to somebody to be able to end something, or send a message to someone to clarify something. Because this is a collective that I feel like is anticipating some type of message or movement in a specific love situation. But it also feels like that's movement that doesn't feel in alignment. It's movement that doesn't feel like it supports your higher self, or it doesn't align with your higher self. Damn. And I feel like what you've learned, but the biggest lesson you learned this year is that you are in the process of shifting and evolving, and the universe is supporting you and aligning you with your destined path. But that on the way there, the way that you can continue to move towards this destined path is to show appreciation for yourself, show gratitude for yourself along the way. And if others don't appreciate you, you take all your energy back from those mofos and you put it in yourself. You appreciate your damn self. Damn. What else did we learn this year? This turned into a self-love message, but we're going to get love-specific messages. What else did we learn this year here? Your self-worth. Your damn self-worth. I feel like it took some time to learn this. I feel for some of you, you might have been rejected by somebody that when you look back now, you're like, that was the person that I was burned over. That was the energy that left that left me devastated. It's like you're seeing yourself through a whole new light, okay? And I also see that what you've also learned is that when you need to be able to make progress or moving on your journey. Yes, there are times in which you do need to isolate, but there are also times in which you need to reconnect, or times in which you need to present yourself more authentically or vulnerably to the world in order to feel like you have support, communion. So many lessons here learned this year. What do we need to know about this collective for balance of year specific to love? Specific to love. Love is happiness. Love is happiness and peace. That's what you've learned. If you're not happy, that's not loving. Ooh, I just got chills. Yeah, my right ear's ringing. You could be feeling like your right ear is ringing, like hearing your ear ring. You could be feeling some tension in the right side of your face as well. A lot of you have realized that love is equivalent to happiness. If you're happy, then that's where you need to be in love. If you're unhappy, then what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more, Hadaway, you know? That's not love, that's pain. A lot of you have recognized that you want love that feels like pure joy and happiness. And yes, of course, there are challenges along the way in any relationship, but you don't want to be in any relationship in which you can't authentically feel a sense of happiness and joy within it, or any connection for that matter. Okay? Some of you are connected to a Leo or Virgo. You could have strong Leo or Virgo placement, strong fire energy throughout this reading, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I just heard you are determined, though. You are determined here to be able to move forward towards connections, relationships that reciprocate what you offer. You are coming through in a very confident energy. You are also coming through with this knowledge of self. This is a very self-aware energy. This is an energy that is maybe not ready to fully take action just yet, but it's feeling the confidence to do so. Okay? Let's see. What do we... I am on fire. What are we calling in terms of love and the balance of this year? What are we specifically calling in? What do we need to know about this message here that some of you are anticipating? Wow. So what you're calling in, some of you are, again, calling in communication from somebody here. Okay? Communication all over this reading. What does this communication entail that's coming in to my collective? So this is somebody that does want to acknowledge something that felt bittersweet in your connection in the past. This is somebody who wants to acknowledge that the relationship was not able to grow. Why do they feel it wasn't able to grow? Because they didn't take action. Because they were too patient with themselves. They held themselves back from something that they actually desired because they felt like that was the right thing to do. And it feels like they're kicking themselves. Tell me a little bit more about this. What do we need to know as to why they didn't take action in the past? There was some healing here they needed to do. So in some ways, here's the real tea and nothing but the tea. So help me, RuPaul Charles. This is somebody that didn't take action in the past because they did have inner child healing to do. And there was an aspect of them being triggered by this connection. And I feel like you were triggered by this connection as well. You both were triggered by this. And your person did not take action. And in some ways, subconsciously, I actually feel like that was the right thing to do. But for some of you, you're having a tough time accepting that. And if this is you in this collective, I'm sending you love because that is difficult. It's difficult. It's a bitter pill to swallow. To try to dissect somebody's true intentions and feelings versus the actions that they're taking. And I feel this is a collective that has had to be adaptable and evolve their own view of themselves to not associate this person's decision with a lack of loving you or a lack of feeling devotion towards you or loyal towards you or having interest in you. This is a collective that has had to parse those two things and recognize that this is just somebody who needed to heal. This is somebody who legitimately needed to take time to heal their inner child. And this connection was very triggering for them. Very triggering for them. What is this person going to say, though, when they do reach out? That they're disappointed. This is someone who is very disappointed. Do you know what this feels like? Damn, this is what's going to happen, okay? You are going to have someone reach out before the end of the year to clarify something with you about the fact that they are disappointed about your relationship or how things went in the past. And they don't want things to continue on in this way. This is somebody who doesn't want to continue to have the same experiences with you or this circumstance to persist because they do want to be able to have a new cycle with you. The problem is they're still not accepting some type of truth here. So although they do want a new cycle, they do want an opportunity, it feels like they're still not ready. It feels like this is somebody who's still not acknowledging some type of truth. And I actually feel like you may turn this person down because you sense they're not ready. You may turn this person down because you sense that They're not ready to actually acknowledge what happened in the past, what actually took place. I feel like this is somebody who still is kind of living in a little bit of a delusional world, in all honesty. Living in a world of their own design because they created that world to protect them. This is somebody who created a world to protect them as a child. And that house that they built around them, those walls that they built up, were to protect them from getting hurt. And they continue to keep those walls up. Even in this moving forward to communicate with you, it's like that you can still see the walls. When you see this person, because I think some of you will actually see this person in person, others you will just receive communication. When you see this person in person, you're going to see that they still have those walls up. And this is not to say they're doing it deceptively. This is not a deceptive energy. This is not a malicious energy. This is an energy that loves you, but is not ready to love themselves. And I feel that most of you will acknowledge that. Most of you will know that. What do we need to know about this relationship moving forward into 2025? There is detachment on your side. It's so interesting. I feel that a lot of you will detach from this person to protect them. A lot of you will detach from this person because you feel like that's the best thing to do for them and for you. And it feels like when you do so, the cycle, the old version of this relationship will close, but it also resets the balance between you. Because you feel like this person rejected you in the past, but they weren't actually rejecting you. They were just creating space because they were triggered by the connection and they had wounds to heal. And now you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. So all of a sudden the scales are rebalancing, right? All of a sudden it's not a finger pointing, this person hurt me, this person hurt me. They did never love me, you never loved me. All of a sudden, neutral. There's a full reset here taking place. And in this reset taking place, I see that the two of you will finally be able to see each other on equivalent terms. You finally be able to see eye to eye, not from a place of pain, not from a place of that wound, like you spitefully hurt me, you stabbed me in the back, you took advantage, you didn't tell me the truth. All of those things that are coming up to the surface, purged, clear, gone. Being able to finally exercise all of that bile, because that's what it is, right? That resentment, it's poisoning, it's toxic, it's a cancer, and it festers. And I see for most of you, all of that is going to finally come up to the surface when you realize that this person's doing what you're about to do. This person did to you what you're about to do. And what you're about to do is to allow yourself to move forward or just detach from this simply because you feel like this person is not ready. So there's a balance here that's about to be reset in this connection. The list is open. Samantha, I have one more spot left. What do we need to know about this relationship moving forward? Moving forward. Okay, you both are going to take time for yourself, okay? I feel in you rejecting this person. Again, I don't even feel like this is a rejection. I feel like in you putting boundaries up with this person, what's going to happen is they're going to experience the same dark night of the soul that you've already gone through. And as they experience that, they will have no choice but to heal themselves back to life. They will have no choice but to review the things that they've been ignoring. This exact moment of you setting a standard, of you setting a bar, of you not so much rejecting this person, but recognizing and acknowledging the reality of where you both are on the journey, is going to allow this person to finally go through this period of healing that they have been avoiding up until this time. And when they go through this period of healing on the other side, they will have the only chance that they've ever had to actually be ready for you, to actually be available to you. And for those who said, I don't want anyone to go through what I did, everyone has to. Okay, the only way out is through. There is no way to avoid it. And truthfully, the pain that we experience, being on your hands and knees, crying out to the universe, why me? Why is this happening? What is the purpose of it all? We all have to get to that place. So if you haven't been there yet, Lord have mercy, you'll get there. You'll get there. And when you do get there, and when you're literally on your hands and knees begging for it to stop or for some type of reprieve, the universe will remind you, be still, my child. Everything is going to be okay. I am supporting you in your best and highest good. I am actually giving you this opportunity to be able to learn how to love yourself in a state of unconditional love. And on the other side of this painful experience and this upheaval and the shifting of your belief systems and all that you are, all that you will be is this new version of self that can now be truly present and grounded in the state of that self-love. Okay? So what does this relationship move forward now? Now that we have the scales balanced here, how does this relationship move forward? Hi, TD. How does this relationship move forward into 2025 now that the scales have balance? Truth is now being exchanged between the two of you, okay? It's interesting. It's so interesting. I feel for this collective, there may actually be this time period in which you're not romantically drawn towards this person. And some of you are like, how is that even possible? Almost as if you are anticipating or acknowledging that they need that space to go through what they're going through. And it also feels like in that time, you're going to be very much at work and focused and diligent in your own world. And that's going to feel really good. It feels like that's what gives you this energy back, this inspiration back. To those who have said, I'm tired, I'm depleted, I've learned so much. Well, you're going to get your mojo back. I see it. For most of you, this has come January. You're going to start to feel more like yourself again. Okay? So what is the final future outcome for this relationship? Okay. So there is, damn. For most of you, by late spring next year, okay, March or April, there are plans being made to connect with this person, whether it's see this person in person or whether it's to be able to have an opportunity to be able to build a new foundation, okay? But when you see this person, when you are in the state of connecting with this person, the two of you will finally both have a sightline as to what the future could look like. All of a sudden, it feels more realistic that you could have this long-term relationship. You could have a successful relationship because you're both in a stable place within your own energy and within your life. You'll finally be ready for each other. For most of you, again, this is coming in the month of March or April. You could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I also have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Strong fire and earth energy through this entire reading. Okay? So let's get some final advice here for this collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Thank you, Miss Myra. Final advice here for this collective. What are we needing to know? Okay. Some of you have been letting this person linger and letting them like hang on by a thread because you feel like that benefits them or you. You feel like it benefits them or you, and I don't feel like it benefits either of you. I'm going to just read you and roast you, okay? We probably got 30 days left on this app, so I'm, again, like we said, in my existential crisis era, and I have no filter, no holds barred. We're just telling it like it is, okay? I don't feel like holding on to this person helps either of you. Truthfully, I feel like holding on to this person actually works against both of you at this time. At this time. But on the other side of this full release, this allowing of a full release, I see there being an opportunity to trust that the universe has a plan. Because it feels like releasing each other and the somewhat codependent desire to stay invested even when neither of you are fully ready is going to allow you both to be pushed forth into a massive transformation in order to be able to have this opportunity to make a big change. If you had to ask yourself, would I want this connection in its current form forever? Each and every one of you would say no. Truthfully. I'll ask you. If you could have this connection, but only in its current form forever, would you? Would you want it? I'll wait. I'll wait. Nope. I said nope. That's a hell nope. Okay? That's a lot of nopes. It's a hell to the nope, right? To be ghosted all the time, to be detached. It's like, again, a glutton for punishment. And most of you say no, right? Which is why you have to allow spirit in to be able to have an opportunity to have change, right? Trust that your angels are supporting you in making this change. Trust that the key to this change as well is being vulnerable enough with this person to say, I'm not okay with how things are. That's scary. It's scary to say I'm not okay with how things are in the chance where they'll say, well, that's all I can give. And then you have to accept that. But that's where it leaves you anyways, right? You're either accepting it without having that information, or you're accepting it and pretending. So for most of you, it's about acknowledging and accepting and allowing there to be a state of finality of this prior cycle in order to be able to bring forth a new cycle. And trust that you have the capacity, the faculties, the ability, the intuitive sense and knowing to be able to lead yourself along this path. Lead yourself along this path. I see angel numbers, signs, synchronicities, monarch, butterflies, specifically rainbows, morning doves coming through. And I'm also seeing sharks. So if you had seen any of these symbols in the last 7 days, this is a strong confirmation. Okay? But have compassion for yourself. Because this has been a very long, painful journey, but it also feels like it's been very inspiring and transformative. And it feels like in this moment, you're actually in the best possible place. Because in this moment, you can ask for what you desire. Ask for what you desire and put out that ask into the universe. Like we said in the initial part of this reading. Once you put out this ask into the universe, let the universe bring you what you desire, but it through their hands, guiding that outcome towards you. Let the universe deliver. It's like if you had 3 wishes for a genie, you wouldn't be like, I am wishing for a new car, and then you wouldn't drive over to the dealership and buy it for yourself. You'd let the genie do the work, right? You'd rub the lamp and be like, genie, it's all you. I feel like some of you are asking the universe for something, but then like chicken pecking it to try to bring it into reality. Let the universe, let spirit do the work. Take a step back. Take a moment to rest. Reflect. Enjoy the holidays with your friends and family. And I hope that message was helpful for my collective.